What's good? What's good? How is it going, guys? Thank you for coming back. You're listening to Tellteller by JR. We got another story for you. This one, it is sad, and at the same time, too, I think it's a little dope, but questionable and all that. Now, guys, again, sorry for the maybe you might say crappiness. Don't forget, when I record these, I have to record it in one take with no mistake. It's just coming out straight out my head. If this is your first time logging in and checking this story out again, you need to have imagination. Don't worry. Soon I will get me a actual full setup, like a whole laptop, a whole computer and everything. And I'll try to learn a little bit of the skill to have some art display to some the characters so you can see what they look like and certain things that they do. If it's a dope thing, so I could have an art, so I could be like, hey, this is what just happened, this is what it looks like. And I know this is a little bit hard. Thanks again. If you keep watching, if you've been watching the whole time, I appreciate it. Also, just let you know, if you want to help out, I'll also have my Venmo and Cash App down there. $1, $2, whatever, you could donate. It always helps so that I could, have better equipment, better stuff. Everything's coming out of my pocket. Matter of fact, soon, I have a friend of mine. I have somebody that I've been talking to. She's an artist. She draws. So we'll go check her out Sunday. We're supposed to meet up Sunday. We'll go check her out, see how good her skill is, and see if I could purchase some art from her. Maybe she'll become part of my crew and start, helping out to create some good stuff. Okay. And when I start using her art, by the way, depending of how the situation is, whatnot, if she wants to, depending whatever we get, I'll put her information down there, or maybe not. I don't know, because I haven't talked to her yet. So we'll see. We'll find out. Okay. What else? Well, yeah, that's pretty much it. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe after you're done listening to it, or maybe 10 to 20 minutes into it. You're like, oh, I kind of like this. Fucking like this joint, thumbs up, thumbs down. Also, don't forget to comment below and let me know what's good, what's up. Oh, last but not least, the Mordecai story. If you been checking out some stuff, the Mordecai story, ask for it and I'll produce it. The Mordecai story is totally different. It's very, very special to me, and I want it to be on point. So that's why it's taking me. If you've been really watching and shit like that, that's why it's kind of taking me a little bit longer to get into the Mordecai story, because I need it to be on point, and there's so many different characters that's interacting with one another. Not having images, it's making it's a little difficult to produce that one. So in due time. Okay. Now, this story's name, let's see, it is Reality's Truth. That's the story's name. The main character's name, he'll announce his name. It'll be like he'll basically be narrating himself. Now, without further ado, guys, let's get into Reality's Truth. The truth of reality. Let's go. My name. Oh, by the way, yeah, I'll be holding this shit. It's a lot easier, more comfortable. Anyways, get back into this shit. Here we go. My name is Dwayne Harbor. 29 years old now. I'm very comfortable in this world. But at the same time, I still have so many questions. Side note. He's on top of a building in New York. One of those fucking Alpha Towers. And he just walked over the edge and dropped down. And when he get down, he just slowed down, like floated. Just slowed down and floated on top of everybody, and basically walked down like he's walking down some stairs. And everybody's just walking, minding their business. It's like nobody saw anything. Okay, what the? He just walked down. And he's walking a sidewalk next to the street. There was a stand right there. Back. If you're outside looking at me, you might be thinking right now what I just did was awesome. Like, whoa, what kind of powers do I have? These are amazing abilities. Damn, can I fly too? Can I shoot beams out of my eyes? Like Superman or some shit? Nah, bro. I'm human just like everybody else. I poop, bleed, cry, get hurt just like you. But, let me grab me some food. Side note. He went on a stand, a little stand. They were selling hot dogs. There was a couple of them that was wrapped. He just walked up, grabbed one. And when he grabbed one, it was like a stack of wrapped hot dogs. When he grabbed one, the hot dog, all of them almost fell. And the merchant hurried up and grabbed the pack. Oh, what the hell? And he's like, whoa, it's weird, When the whole pack was about to fucking fall like that. So, he stacked it up and Dwayne's continue walking, opening his hot dog and started eating on it. And he decided to start crossing the street. Didn't even look. He just crossed. Shit, come on, it's New York. Shit ton of cars. They just passed right through him. Like nobody sees anything. He's a ghost. And he's walking down the street eating his hot dog. People's just phasing through him. He looked up and stopped and looked up. And there was a camera there by this Gucci or some high-end, not jewelry store, but high-end like purse, shoes, and stuff like that. One of those fancy stores. He looked at it. Back. Damn it. I fucking hate cameras. They still can't see me though. To the camera right now, I look super blurry. Like there's a glitch on the camera or something. Let me move before they start asking questions or come out and look. He kept walking. So, like I was saying, if you're outside looking in, you might think, what? Especially since these people just phase through me and nobody sees me. Am I a ghost? Obviously not. I'm eating this delicious ass hot dog right here, right? Well, before we tell you how I got to where I'm at, I think I should start when I was really, really young. We should go back to the past and explain to you where I'm at and what this reality really is. And how I think everyone is still asleep. I was born in New Hampshire. I had really tiny when I was 4, maybe 5. My parents got in a car accident. I don't really remember it. I was knocked out. What I remember is I woke up in the hospital and someone asking me 1,000 questions. I mean, I was 4 or 5. Who knows? I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I couldn't even really answer. They asked me what my name was. I'm like, Dwayne. That's it. That's all I knew. That little town was a very fun little town. I remember it was nice. A good amount of white people around. And now that I think about it, I think my parents wasn't rich, but they were not even super well off, but well off. A little bit, maybe average or a little bit above average, because the house was pretty big. Then again, I was tiny. So a tiny 5-year-old, any house that got decent amount of space looks big to them. After my parents died, well, of course, I'm a young black boy. I'm a tiny little black boy. 5 years old. Who the fuck's gonna adopt this little nigga? I already knew who my mom and dad was. Right? I got taken to the foster care, bouncing left and right. I was going everywhere. The last foster care, the two most memorable ones. The first one was abusing us like a motherfucker. I was very skilled at hiding and hiding places. And I usually get beat a lot because of my brain. Since I was little, I never think like average folks. When I grab a cup, I'm thinking to myself, I'm grabbing this cup. This cup is solid. And if I'm a human and I'm supposed to be king of this world, as they say, we rule over every single animal, everything. If I'm the dominant one, shouldn't I be true dominant towards everything, even matter in this world that we're in? Sometimes I try to pick up something very heavy. I'm like, this is heavy. But I'm a human. I'm supposed to be dominant. I'm supposed to be this and be that. Basically, when I was young, even now, I think outside the box. And no, I don't mean in that general term most average folk use, outside the box. Literally insane outside the box. Why can't I fly? Why does air have more power than I do? I feel cold. Why can't I control that sensation? Why can't I control everything? This is my world. And sometimes when my head really get too deep in those kinds of thoughts, I didn't have nosebleeds. And sometimes I remember when I was younger, I used to get these little glitches. It just feels weird, like quick moment, like I'm somewhere. I can feel not my whole body, but my soul, or the sensation that I'm somewhere else, but no one still can't see me. I never got it. Was I running? That's why I was thinking like that? Partially, yes. Again, because of those homes. First one, right? Abusing the kids like a motherfucker. He got found out. Thank God. Sent me to New York. Trying to find places to put me. Nobody wanted me. They sent me to New York. Finally, I found a home I thought was good. It looked like it was okay. The kids was being treated well. Like, wow. The kids get asked questions. Some kids, for some reason, get treated crappy. But I never understood why. And the kids always be saying, oh, when a special friend come to see you, if you do good and you don't cry and you do whatever the special friend want, they'll give you, the landlord, they call him landlord, would give you whatever you want. Ice cream, cookies, some money, and some nice clothes. And if you really didn't cry and the special friend was happy when they leave, you will even get to skip school 1 day out of the month, or 2, depending on how happy the friend was. I was a kid. I didn't understand what the fuck they were talking about. A special friend that comes to visit. But you are grown up, right? You know where this is going. When it was my turn to have a special friend, well, no, I skipped the part. I was curious of what that special friend was, what was going on, right? I'm a kid. Of course I'd be curious. When the special friend came, and I think the oldest one of us decided to be the one to help that special friend. I think she was 15, maybe 16, I don't know. She grabbed the grown man, walked in the room. And I decided to go outside, peek through the window. There was a tiny little spot I could peek through. What I saw traumatized me. Do I need to say any more? So, when it was my turn to have a special friend to come visit me, told me all these good stuff. If I obey, if I do this, if I blah, blah, blah. When I saw it, when I knew, I'm like, I was 10 years old. I'm like, fuck that. So since then, I walk with a knife in my back. A tiny knife. It wasn't really big. And my special friend bring me to the room. What do you think? Pull my pants down, grab my little wee wee. About to do some stuff to it. Stabbed his ass in the throat. And ran out. Yep, I ran out. They never found me since. Well, a couple times they got close. But this ability, this new skill, it's not an ability, it's a skill. This new skill that I've learned with my brain made it almost impossible to catch me. I've been all over the world, actually. But I prefer New York because it's crowded. It's easy to disappear in New York. And through my run, I remember I found this abandoned building. I went inside and I was hiding. I was crying and crying. That's when it really happened. I went in to those thoughts. This is reality. I wasn't crying that, why is this happening to me like some pussy? Nah. I was crying because I was so upset. Because this is reality. Why can I do whatever the fuck I want with it? It belongs to me. I started thinking deeper and deeper and deeper of reality. I passed out. But I don't think I did. My mind went someplace else. Where I can tell you that I went, it's amazing. All I know is I went somewhere. I know that I couldn't really move, but I was somewhere else. Not in that abandoned building anymore. I can't see straight. Everything looked kind of greenish. And I could see figures moving around and talking. I could understand them fully. But I swear they might have been talking a different language. I don't know, but I could understand them. That's all I know. I yelled and yelled. They couldn't hear me. And to be honest with you, I couldn't even hear myself. I know I was yelling, but I don't know. And I'm hearing them talking. Sometimes they talk. It's just bullshit and just joking around with each other. And sometimes they talk about us. Them. It took me a while. Who is the them that they always refer to? I think I was finally 13 to 14 years old when I recognized who the them was. They were talking about us. What I mean by us, but then again, I was just barely coming into the skill. I actually learned, I was able to go in and out as frequent as I want. And I could even sometime go in there and being fully conscious and still operate in this world. Who is the them? Finally, I was 14. It was us. Us here. Humanity was the them. So, putting it together, again, around that age, I was young, stupid, running around, doing bad stuff, right? I still didn't come into this skill yet. Running around with a crew, with a homeless crew. When I mean homeless, around the same age as me. The oldest one was 18 or 19. His dumbass did something stupid. Some gang member came after us in our little hideout area. Killed most of my friends. Well, some of them's pretty much paralyzed now, but that's it. The last one committed suicide after the trauma that we went through. Because, yeah, the gang that came through, it was 10 of us. Killed all of us. How did I survive, huh? I ran. Jumped through a window. And I was at least 15 feet high. I mean floors, sorry. 15 floors high. I just jumped. And while I was running to the window, I did not even break the window. I went straight through it. Because right before I jump, I'm like, this is reality and it belongs to me. And I'm going to jump through this window and I will live. And when I believe that, I didn't just believe it. It was reality. And at that specific moment when I jumped through, I swore I broke the window. And as I was looking at this ground coming closer and closer to me, I'm like, I'm going to control this ground and I'm going to get up and walk off. And the glitch happened in my mind. The ground was as soft as snow. I landed on it, bounced right back up, and ran away. Of course, they shot a couple times at me. Since then, I've been practicing to become where I'm at. Everyone's asleep. They're not aware of this skill that they possess. But then again, I'm curious. If humanity was awakened to reality's truth, how many of us would still be sane? Not to mention, who are them? Who are they that I'd be listening to their conversation? Recently, I found out one of them came in and started talking. We are asleep. That was about a year ago when I found that out. We're asleep. Maybe in some sort of hyperbolic chamber or something. But this reality is not real. And we grow up, we're raised in it, we feel pain, we're scared, we're frightened. What is this? But me, for example, and side note, as he got done eating the hot dog, he folded the paper and threw that shit. It hit a fucking cop. And when it hit a cop, the cop turned and looked at him. And the cop's like, hey, you, what the fuck? You littering, come here. He's standing there. He had a green hoodie on. He's standing there. He looked at the cop. And I'm going to try my best to explain this to you guys. And it is amazing. And it would be nice if I had an artist already, I could show you a picture. Now, he looked at the cop. He's just standing there. He looked at the cop. And let me see if I could do this right. Like, this is the ground. If you're seeing me, this is his foot. This is his foot touching. This is the ground right here. He's touching the ground. He looked at the cop, calm and relaxed. He's like, and the cop's walking towards him, and he's like, fuck are you gonna do, bro? Oh, really? Come in and trying to put him to the... Right when the cop is about to, like, grab him, he jumped just slightly above the ground. I would say maybe 2, maybe 3 inches off the ground. Just jump. Whoop! And when he jumped, it looked at like let's say he's right here, and he pull back from the cop, and I'm talking about almost instantly, like this. He just pulled away super, super fast from the cop. Like he ran like Flash or some shit. And of course, he's gone because going straight in one direction, there was other buildings there and whatnot. And it looked like he phases through the building and just disappeared. And the cop was like, trying not to look stupid. And, you know, because, I mean, if you see something like that happen, right? Like I just told you, he's standing in front of the cop. This is you. Just like a suction happened. And it's not like he was running. He's just standing there, his long ass coat, green coat, hands in his pocket, jumped up, shit. The cop pretending like he didn't say nothing and went back to his business. Oh, I mean, that would scare the shit out of you now, wouldn't it? Let's get back to Dwayne. He's like, yeah, again, I am able to do marvelous, incredible things, but the moment I let go of something, it actually hit reality 100. And he's walking some more, stuff like that. And this time, people is seeing him and he's, moving around, dodging people and stuff like that. Remember, he's been in New York for a long time. And as he's walking, he saw one of his, one chick that he used to date or whatever, right? And as he was walking, he saw her. He's like, oh, shit. Turn around, pretending like he didn't see her and just trying to look up, whatever. And she's like, hey, Dwayne. As he's turning around, now we're going to go to her vision. As he's turning around, she looked, he vanished. Like he just disappeared in front of her. And she's like, what the? I guess I really miss him that much. And she walked off. Back to Dwayne. That's another skill of mine. In her eyes, it might look like I became invisible. But no, I wasn't. I was still there towards everybody. This invisibility skill, which is not really true invisibility. It's just, the saying, out of sight, out of mind? Well, I actually bring that to the literal sense. The best way I could explain it, your eyes, you wouldn't believe it, but it's the same as a television. Television, or made out of the image out of a television, it's a bunch of tiny, tiny little squares put together that creates that image. Now, your eyes, imagine those little tiny squares, even smaller than a needle's head. That's how those tiny little square for your eyes is. And your eyes shoot those little tiny needles at whatever that they're looking at. And then it forms the image. Me, I'm able to see those. And I'm able to make those pass through me or avoid me. So I'm still in front of you. So if you're asking yourself if you were to shoot an AK at me, yeah, you would actually. Well, no, if I'm aware of it, they would just phase through me just like the cars and everything else. Is there anybody like me out here? Be honest with you, I don't know. Am I being hunted down? Oh, yes, I am 100%. That cop, I'm sure he's going to look at his camera. He's going to see what happened. I'm being hunted down constantly. And as he said that, immediately there is this like electrical weird net that landed, that phased right through him and landed in front of him. And it's on the ground. It looks like a spider web or something like that got shot at him to try to capture him. He's like, oh, look, there's one of them. By the way, They created an organization, and he looked up. They're looking at him. Side note, by the way, matter of fact, I don't need to say this. Let's just keep going. So he looked up on top of this building, these hitman squad all in black, on broad fucking daylight, went and hide behind the building. He's like, I should kill them, but I'm sure they have families and friends and some people that wants to deal with them. I think I'm gonna go to. Let me pick up some water. I think I'm gonna go to Egypt. I liked it last time. Let's go there. Again, he, jumped slightly, even lower this time, and instantly wherever he was going, the direction is like boop, right there, and he's in front of him. He's in front of a store. Walked into like a 7-Eleven, like a little, back corner store, whatever. Walked in, grabbed himself some drink and some water. Walked up front and paid for his stuff and walked out. Dwayne. So you might wonder why did I do that, pay for this one and not the hot dog? Nah, I'm always by that guy. Occasionally I drop him a couple stacks. He's shocked that he finds it, but I'm sure he understands why, because a lot of time I don't just take one. I'll take 4 or 5. So I'm sure he knows some ghost is paying him for what the ghost has been taking. And another thing too, that store, that guy's a good guy. When I was younger, I remember when I was young, 10 years old, ran away. If it wasn't for this motherfucker in there, I would have starved to death. I know I walked in there multiple times. I robbed them so many times. And one time I was robbing him. He's like, you do know I know you've been stealing a lot of stuff in here. And it's mostly been food. So look, kid, I know you ain't got a family. You ain't got blah, blah. He told me, just you, not any friends. Just you. I want you to do 2 things. And you can come in here and grab 1 sandwich or 1 hot dog or 1 thing for the day. Get your education up. And you could use that as payment for me. And get better. So you can get off the street. And I'll take that as payment. Can you pay me that way? And that's how I was able to finish school. Well, got my GED. Let's just say he's a really good guy. I love him. And he jumped up again. And you can see everything, like the state, the ocean passing him by. Kind of like you're fast forwarding a movie, but there's one person just standing there that's not being fast forward. And he's there in Egypt. He's like, whoa, beautiful. Look at those. Oh, man. I love it out here. All right, let's find a coconut tree, some tree or something, to some shade. It's hot as balls out here. Walk under some old, ancient, like pillar thing, and he just sat right there. He had a chair, like one of those little, quick camping chairs. Sat down, drinking him some drink, and just enjoying the scenery. Oh, I forgot to mention, guys, my ability. My skill that I have. How did I occur it? How did I get there? Well, the thing is, I broke through reality's truth. And that's how I have those skills. But trust me, they come with a really, really, really big payment. That is loneliness and being hunted constantly. And to be honest, I don't know how come they haven't catch my ass yet. If I fall asleep, anybody could easily grab me or kill me. Or if I'm not aware of what's going on, you could easily hurt me, shoot me, anything. Now let me explain how my abilities really, really works. For me, when I'm phasing through things and I'm walking around, I'm doing all these things, reality looks like rain to me. Imagine a ghost, a solid ghost, is walking through the rain, a heavy, heavy rain. And when the rain hit the ghost, you can see his shape. That's what I see when I'm phasing through things, when I'm walking around and doing what I do. And yes, you are right. No, I cannot tell the difference between a woman or a man. Or, well, I could tell the difference between a truck and a sedan, kind of, but I couldn't tell you the model. Everything else is just, like I just said, only thing I could see is just the shape of it. And everything is in the rain. Buildings and such, I can see the building, but I can't tell the color when I'm in that state. I can't tell the color. I can see the shape of it. It's a straight line, but everything looks like raindrops that goes down. And I can tell that it goes really, really, really down, down, and it goes left. Sometimes, rare moment, it'll go right. But most of the rain, when it drops, when I look down, it goes way, way the fuck down there, and then it goes left. Rare moment when there is a hurricane or some sort of huge explosion or something like that. Well, most of the explosions when they're hunting me down. I notice that it drops and then it get disturbed. The raindrops get disturbed, and then they go left when they get disturbed. And after, I never stuck around because, like I said, the explosion go after me. I never stick around to find out how does that glitch or whatever fix itself. But one day, I hope I find a partner or somebody, because it is very lonely. But my goal is, I would like to see if I could get out of here. I can hear them when they talk. Who are they? Are they gods? Are they the one who created us? If you haven't come to that conclusion already, I'm going to say it. This reality is a virtual one. But the problem is, this virtual reality is so good and so clean that it will take 29 years of you trying to break out of it to actually make it work. Because like I said before, I've been thinking that way for 10 to 15 years. And then when I was 15 or 16, that's when I broke through fully in the verge of dying and not accepting death. I was falling to my death. I wasn't accepting it. I denied it 100 down to my soul. I knew this reality belongs to me and I can control it and I can do whatever I choose to do with it. This ground that is in front of me, it is my ground and I get to move it how I choose to do so. I had no doubt. I mean, not the clinch that I was going to die. 99% of us who's falling over an 18th floor building or whatever fuck it was, you're falling. Two things is going to your mind. You're about to die or you're going to get fucked up. Neither of those things was nowhere near my thought process. My thought process was, this ground belongs to me. I'm going to land softly and then I'm going to walk the fuck off. Period. And of course, right after I did, I'm surprised they didn't find me. I ran through that building. I passed out. That's when I ended up in that area. And since then, I've been focusing on bettering myself and bettering myself. So basically 15 years to the level that I'm at now. That I could do whatever I want with this world. What about you? Are you still asleep? All right, guys, I'm going to leave it right there. All right, tell me what you think about Dwayne I forgot his name. Dwayne Harbor. Dwayne Harbor. All right, tell me what you think. Let's go. I feel like this one was good. This one was good. Tell me. Come on now. This one was good. If you made it all the way till the end, don't forget also, if you make it all the way towards the end, give me that thumbs up. Come on now. I had you. If you made it all the way out here, I had you now. Let's go. Okay. Also, like I said on my on the bottom of down there, I don't remember where, but they'll have my Venmo, Cash App, or something like that. Help, donate whatever you can, 50 cents, a penny. Doesn't matter, man. Money's money. You know what I mean? Help a brother out so I could buy better stuff and stuff like that. Right now, one of my credit card, I just owe some money. When I'm done paying that, that's when I'll have the money to do all my setup and stuff like that. And also the artists that I will be hiring. No, not hiring really, but I'll try to get in my crew. Remember, no one works for free. I have to cough it up out my own pocket to do so. So a lot of time, if I don't have the money to buy art to show it to you guys, I won't be able to do so. I'll end up having to record it like this. And I will not attempt to try to fucking draw, because my drawing is very, very crappy. Okay? So I'm not going to attempt that. Anyways, thank you very much for listening, guys. Also, go ahead and follow me on Tellteller on Instagram, TaletellerByJR. Same thing. I'm also on, what's it called? Rumble. Also on Rumble. I think I'm going to post this one on Rumble too, not just YouTube. I'll post it on both. Yeah, if you're on Rumble or YouTube, you can check me on in there, whatever. What else? Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Love you, all right? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Let me know. I'm excited. I like it.